Good evening. Thank you all for coming. The Chief will make a few brief statements regarding today's officer-involved shooting. She will answer just a few questions, but we ask you to keep in mind that this is a preliminary, we're in the preliminary stages of this investigation, and it is ongoing. Chief Deck-Brown.
As Ms. Harris has already stated, this is a preliminary statement regarding the officer-involved shooting that occurred near the 3800 block of Pleasant Valley Road earlier today. In accordance with standard practice, the Wake County District Attorney and the SBI were notified of the incident, and the SBI will be conducting a criminal investigation into the shooting. When complete, the SBI will present the investigation directly to the Wake County District Attorney, Lauren Freeman. Additionally, the Raleigh Police Department's Office of Professional Standards is conducting an administrative review into this incident. At approximately 3:00 p.m. today, Emergency Communications received a call reporting that an individual near Pleasant Valley Promenade had a gun and was acting strangely. A Raleigh police officer responding to the call encountered an individual matching the description given by the 911 caller near the 3800 block of Pleasant Valley Road. When the officer approached the individual, he ran from the officer, and during the pursuit, the individual produced a weapon. The officer discharged his handgun, and the individual was struck multiple times. He was transported to the hospital by EMS, where he later died of his injuries. The officer involved was wearing a body-worn camera, which captured the event. We will be filing a petition for the release of the body camera footage of this event. The involved individual has been identified as Keith Dutree Collins. This is an ongoing investigation, and more information will be provided as it becomes available, and it will also be included in my 5-day report to the city manager. We are asking if there are any other persons who have any additional information or perhaps saw this incident, that they contact the Raleigh Police Department or the SBI. Are there any questions?
Chief, why is it important for you to push for the release of this video?
As we have indicated time and time again, being as transparent as possible is what we want to do. And releasing that video affords us to do that, as well as having this statement here today.
Chief, you said that there was a person who had a gun in this area, and then there was a pursuit, and then the officer discharged his weapon. Do you know if the suspect also discharged his weapon in the direction of the officer?
There was a weapon located at the scene. More of the investigation is to follow, but we did have a weapon.
Chief, can you just spell Keith Collins' name? His middle name?
Yes, Dutree, D-U-T-R-E-E.
Thank you.
Was it at the church? Is that where this all ended up happening, or where he was fatally shot?
It's on the sidewalk street area.
In front of the church?
In proximity to the church.
Okay.
Chief, you said someone called about a possible person with a gun. Did they say the nature of what was going on and why he may have had the gun out or why he may have had it visible?
Yes, and we will be releasing the 911 call later on this evening. but the caller does speak to a man acting strangely with the weapon. She witnesses him dropping the weapon, picking it back up, and requesting that the police respond.
Anything about the officer you can tell us? More than one officer discharged his weapon, or just one?
One officer at this time, and we will most likely release additional information as it becomes available as well, including his name.
And I take a standard procedure. He's on administrative.
Yes, on administrative duty, which is standard procedure.
Any message for the community tonight as this investigation is underway?
You know, situations like this are always difficult for all of us. They're difficult for the officer. They're difficult for the families. And as I stand here as chief, you know, it's difficult for me as part of the community.
We thank you all so much for coming out. That's going to be the last of it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Chief.
Dia, do we have an age on the victim? On the
I don't have that information right offhand just yet. I can't say it was an adult male.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Chief.